Q4 2019 watch list update coming right up. Mr. Clicks Flicks is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning roll for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicks Flicks is also brought to you by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Use the promo code Mr. Clicks Flicks for 5% off your heroclix order today. Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at the watch list changes for Q4 2019. This was an extremely fast turnaround. I've never seen them make this fast of a turnaround for watch list changes. So I feel like these are things that were probably on the radar and they were just waiting for the quarter to make the changes. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at it. Two of the characters got changed. Two of them stayed the same. I did some speculation on what was going to be changed and what wasn't going to be changed. So check out the pinned, or not pinned, the YouTube card. Check out the YouTube card now, the little eye thing, so that you can see what my thoughts were. It's kind of a fun game to see, how right or off base we might have been. I had changes for all the figures in that video. That was just kind of as a devil's advocate type thing. I think I mentioned in the video a couple times when I felt like a figure was probably going to be okay. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here we are. We're at WizKids.com. So I will put a link to this in the, not the description, in the pinned comment, so that you guys can see this if you want to. Anyway, so, here's some stuff about the, blah, blah, blah. This is effective immediately. So if you're playing a game right now with either of these two figures that got changed, these are the new rules. And if you're doing it by what's on the card, you're cheating. Current, let's make a trade free. So trader was one of them that was changed. Current, let's make a trade free. Choose an equipment character, friendly or opposing, within 3 squares of line of fire. If trader is equipped and both equipments have equipped, any those equipment are now equipped to the other character. So, he was able to trade stuff around. His name's Trader. So this got a little abusive with multiple traders on a team, and people didn't like the fact that you could lock down a one-man army with him and Kobik. I'll give some thoughts of that here in a minute. So the errata is free once per turn for all characters with this power. Choose an equipped character, friendly or opposing. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's just once for all characters with this power. So then, basically what they said in their explanation was that they understand that it stifles one-man army. I don't think they don't mention specifically one-man armies. They understand that people wanted to change, but really that this just eliminates the possibility of confusion for people that run multiple traders, so that you don't get confused on which trader took the free action and ultimately end up taking illegal action. That's what they said. This is an okay change. I really didn't feel like trader needed changed, but this gets rid of that Gardner team that ran 2 traders, so they mustn't have liked what was going on with that, or caught on to something that the rest of us hadn't. As far as Kobik trader goes, it's just one of the things, something like Unimind, you run the risk of running into it. Now it's your job to play those numbers and decide if you really think you're going to see it or not. If you don't think you are, run it. And if you think you're going to, then don't. If you really want to run a one-man army, I've seen some people comment that, it totally gets rid of the one-man army. No, it doesn't. You could run, there's plenty, we just got a whole set of Colossals. You could run a Colossal, you could take your 2 action tokens, because I don't believe that the Kobik cube is phrased like incapacitate. So you get your two tokens, and you can just Colossal Stamina action. 1 action from a Colossal that's, 300-ish points, 275, whatever it is for your one-man army, should be enough to KO trader, at which point you've solved your problem of not being able to take any actions. Would that leave you open to other teams? Yes, it would, but it would take care of the Kobik trader thing if it's truly that prolific. That's a workaround for that. So it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't kill one-man armies. It kills a particular team of one-man armies, and that's only if you run into it. So, next we have Proteus, and I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can see him and not just me. All right, so Proteus, for those of you that don't know, basically made it so that you could alter an entire map, do a bunch of blocking terrains, is what people were picking if you were smart at all, and blocking off whole halves of maps if you were able to run 2 of them. So, current. The Garden of Proteus. Whenever a character within range is given a costed action, after resolutions, you may generate a blocking, hindering, obscuring, or water terrain marker within 3 squares of that character, but not in their square. At the beginning of your turn, remove all terrain markers generated by Proteus. Okay, so easy enough. Then there's the new one. And so what that was is he was friendly to himself, so he's able to generate one, and then you'd run with a bunch of the orange Proteuses to just keep making barriers, basically. So the new one is once per action for all characters with this trait. Whenever a character within range, blah blah blah, it's the same thing. Okay, so again, like Trader, it was just a very subtle change from basically a bunch of characters can use it to once per action for all characters with this trait. So you can still generate a huge amount of blocking terrain with them, but there's no incentive to run 2 anymore. I think it's still a good figure. I think you'll see it on some teams, but that is how he's working here. Now, the explanation for this is basically what I said. They didn't like that you could basically alter an entire map. I agree with that. That's fine. There was no, like, there were ways to get around it, but there was no good way to get around it. So this is one of the few times where I'm okay with a change. Gardener, I don't think he needed changed, but their explanation of why they're not changing him, they're looking at Gardener in a vacuum instead of looking at him with the Nightbringer ring. And when you look at him with the Nightbringer ring, I think that's the argument that you use to make a change for him. As far as Vulture goes, they're saying that you need to dedicate an entire team to him. So if he goes down, basically the entire team goes down. Okay, I wish, if they were going to make a change, though, I wish it would have been that you can't bank the charges with the flurry. Again, they were looking at Vulture in a vacuum instead of how the team actually works. But I don't think he really needed changed. I don't think Gardener really needed changed. Proteus was the only thing on here that I was like, yeah, it could probably use a change. Trader, I was even willing to let go, but I don't disagree with the change that they made. So, yeah, so those are the changes for Watchlist Q4 2019. You guys let me know in the comments below what your opinion is of what was changed. There's no right or wrong one, and we can discuss that stuff in the comments below. The link to this watch list will be in the pinned description, or I'm sorry, pinned comment of this video. The pinned comment, the little one, the first comment is pinned. That's where it will be. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos, and it also lets YouTube know, hey, other people might like to watch this. That's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.